Mama's Math Movement, A Worthy Way to Optimize All Learning by Mama V. Promise, an independent media and publications professional. Please note that the current version contains PowerPoint timing errors that leave too much time between slides. Until we correct this problem, please be patient and use the time to contemplate what you've heard in the previous slide. Thank you. Here is the proposition. Mama V suggests that everyone, literally everyone, do a meaningful bit of math every day. Literally every day. More realistically, this means everyone who keeps up with life in general on every day that you attend to things in general. If you're in a crisis or in a coma, you're excused, temporarily. Think of it as mental exercise, because that's exactly what it is. Why on earth should we do this, you're doubtless wanting to know. Background and theory come later in the presentation, so please bear with me for a bit. This is so exciting that you want to get on it right away whether you understand it or not. It will make your life better in oh so many ways. We'd like to see the same global success with math literacy as we've been seeing with reading literacy, which has been a phenomenal success story. If it's all Greek to you, remember that 11 million Greeks have managed to learn the language. They had to start somewhere. What math should we do? Start at the very beginning, kindergarten, whether you're currently in a math class or not. Very likely, even the best math students have glossed over some areas, which would come back to bite us in the butt later in our practice. As for the rest of us, well, need I say more? The vast majority of us need a much stronger foundation in math, no matter how well or poorly we did in math in bygone days, and almost no matter how much or little math is involved in our day-to-day activities. For instance, someone who constantly teaches or tutors math from kindergarten through calculus level is probably doing all the math they need. How do we start? There are two main paths. You can use either or both. Online you can find khanacademy.org and or educational websites similar to it. The advantage of online education is that it tracks your progress and makes it available at your fingertips. Websites like Khan Academy also offer digital tools that take education to the next level. And then there are textbooks which you can readily purchase at Amazon.com. Look for ones that are only slightly out of date. They're usually very cheap. The advantage of textbooks is that they give you a year's curriculum at a glance, and you don't need electricity or an internet connection to access them. Why do we need to start with kindergarten math if we're already reasonably competent? Take a look at the material and see. The education you received 10, 20, or 50 years ago has evolved considerably. This is not your father's math book. Kids these days start learning algebra principles as early as second grade. While math principles are almost eternal, trends in pedagogy, or instruction, change with the times. The substance stays the same, but the style changes. Another good reason is, if you're the parent of school-aged children, you'll be able to help them with their homework. Shouldn't we do some kind of assessment first? Not really, unless you're preparing for a particular exam. If you do well, it doesn't prove that your skills are solid enough. If you don't do well, it doesn't prove that your skills are as bad as they seem. Poor attention to positive-negative signs is still the most common error even among advanced mathematicians. How much time per day should we spend? Work until you feel a sense of accomplishment. Keep going until you feel you've accomplished, or remembered, something new. Or until you hit a wall and can't go any further. Maybe 10 to 60 minutes total. What do we do when we hit a wall? 1. Hang it up for the day, taking careful note of where the trouble appeared. 2. Try again the next day, preferably with greater concentration and clarity of mind. 3. Try diagnosing the source of the trouble more precisely. 4. Watch other videos and or consult other textbooks besides the one you're using to get additional explanations on the topic. 5. Go back and review earlier related topics you may have glossed over. 6. Ask a friend or online homework site. 7. Hire a tutor. Do we have to do all the problems in each chapter or section? In the earlier easy phases, try scanning through the topics in each chapter or section and then do the chapter review or the mastery challenge on the Khan Academy website. On Khan Academy, the software controls your progress. In each section or mission, you must answer correctly with help before advancing to the next problem in that set. In a textbook, when you come to the point where you start getting things wrong, slow down and do at least one easy problem, one medium problem, and one hard problem out of each section. When you hit your stride, do at least half of the problems in each section. Make sure to do the word problems for each topic. When will we be done with this project? Basically never. Again, it's mental exercise, following the same general principles as physical exercise. Go at least as far as calculus, and if you're not interested in going further, go back to earlier topics, or check out recreational math, or start working on applied problems, for instance in physics, computer programming, behavioral sciences, etc., with your new skills. Make sure your math skills cover the consumer and business applications you regularly encounter, such as taxes, recipes, construction, and so on. Mama V's story, The Younger Days, which is to explain how it came to be that an average middle-aged citizen suddenly became a math maniac. I was brilliant at math and sciences as a child, but had little in the way of social skills. I intended to go to medical school since my earliest days, but I fell off the train around age 16, when suddenly the material got harder and my attention started drifting. I decided not to go to medical school. I didn't think I had the chops. I pursued many other areas of inquiry like psychology, religion, media, technology, and writing. I enjoyed a 10-year career in technical writing during the bubble days of Silicon Valley, but didn't need to do math or even learn programming. Meantime, I missed chances to help my daughter with math homework because I was too busy working. By middle age, I used to experience disorientation when required to do extensive math, despite my earlier fluency. Mama V's story. Recent developments. In 2009, I spontaneously conceived of a breakthrough theory of everything in the context of my spiritual and psychological inquiries. I realized I needed serious math and science to support it. I went to community college for math and science study, where I was flabbergasted at the inefficiency of the instructional process and vowed to do something to improve it. I tried to get back into math where I thought I had left off, but felt majorly overwhelmed. I got C's from pre-calculus through calculus 2, but dropped out in the middle of calculus 2, partly because I had found what I needed for my theory of everything, and partly because I realized that my foundation was seriously deficient. I had to go back to the very beginning, to kindergarten math. It's taken me over a year to work my way back up to high school algebra 2, and this moment finds me struggling with multiplication of matrices. My theory of everything will take a long time to develop, but in the meantime, at the practical level, I've recently been developing a comprehensive suite of mobile math and science apps on academic, business, and consumer topics, available soon on your favorite devices. Background and theory. Why should we train or retrain ourselves in math? Essentially, so that we can develop a foundation of systematic thinking. We can dramatically improve our efficiency at basic life skills. For instance, we can tally bills at restaurants, calculate sales tax and percentage discounts, make a meaningful budget, compare returns on investments, multiply and divide quantities in recipes, calculate probabilities of game outcomes. We can help our kids with their math homework. We can enjoy empowerment. You'll feel it. It's like coming home to a forgotten or neglected part of ourselves. We can develop the basis for understanding the science of global activities and issues, computer technology, environment, genomic medicine, economics, and oh so much more. We can learn to model complex relationships, exponential growth and decay, population dynamics, the weather, and more. Can we save the world through math? Save is a funny word. It needs definition at least, but we can definitely take it to the next level, a level at which people use logic, math, and science appropriately as needed. An exponential increase in math literacy is an achievable goal. The reading literacy rate has enjoyed a dramatic increase worldwide in recent decades, from 56% in 1950 to 82% in 2004, according to UNESCO. The astronomer Carl Sagan claimed that math would be the most viable language for contact between humanity and extraterrestrials. Why does math seem so difficult? So many bright and even brilliant people think they can't do math. How can this be? Math is a skill, like music and sports. It takes doing, not just understanding. Foundational material is often poorly grasped, and the deficit goes unnoticed. The brain is then misfiring like an engine missing a cylinder. Why is studying math in school not enough? Young people don't have enough life experience to apply math to. They are not encouraged to mathematically model life situations ongoingly. Mind grows like a bramble bush in logical fashion. The signal gets attenuated. Humanity continues to learn more and to ongoingly repackage its body of knowledge. We need to stay current to participate in the dialogue. This includes practicing scientists. You've probably specialized narrowly and have forgotten more general principles. I I look forward to the day the people of the world can talk sense with each other. Wait, there's more. Please see also Mama V's other presentations, A New True View of Education, and Introducing the Global Education Initiative, also found on youtube.com and mamavpromise.com. Thanks for watching. Produced by Mama V Promise Productions. Ideas, design, text, layout, and narration by Mama V Promise. In 2016.